Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we did something, and this time, today, we're going to do something a little bit different. I know you've probably heard that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. That's the saying. So today, I'm going to do my best with an imitation of my favorite YouTube personality, my absolute favorite of all time. I'm going to try to do this video in the style of Uncle Roger. So there is no doubt I will not do it justice, but I thought it would be a little fun to do that as I have stumbled across, well, not stumbled across, I'm getting inundated on my Facebook feed from a young lady who refers to herself as RV Repair Woman. And she's got a good foundation, got some good stuff to say, but there's some stuff that, questionable. So I'm going to review her videos in the style of Uncle Roger. So stick with me. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get on with the intro so we can get things started.
These are the voyages of the Motorhome Techs. Its continuing retirement mission, to seek out new and exciting adventures, to explore interesting areas and events, to boldly go to places we've never been before, maybe even California.
Okay. Today we review video of person who keeps showing up on my Facebook feed. She go by RV Repair Woman. She's trying to build a following on Facebook and teach others how to repair their RV. Good concept. I like the idea. Let's see what she have to offer.
Back of these tankless water heaters, there's something called a water control valve. It does literally what it says on the tin and controls the flow of water
Control
going
valve.
through the
That's
water
good.
heater. You can rotate this guy counterclockwise. If you're struggling with water pressure, make sure that this guy is turned as counterclockwise as possible towards the direction that says max. That's going to maximize the flow of the water moving through the water heater. Pretty self-explanatory.
Hold on, that's not right. Can't just open valve to all the way. This water heater very special. I must give a cousin repair lady props. I did comment on this Facebook post and let her know that this valve is important, but not to open all the way unless you have very low water pressure to start with. If water pressure too high, then water heater will shut down, unable to heat water if flow is too great. Flow have to be precise between point A, point B. You must set this valve the correct way, open all the way. Water heater will most likely not operate at that level. You slowly turn valve to close until water heater fire. That is the optimal setting for this water heater. Tankless water heater, very finicky, but very good once you get up and going. Continue, RV lady.
Won't tell you if your RV's air conditioner won't turn on at all. There's a really good chance that your problem is just with your thermostat. Set your multimeter to DC volts and set the thermostat to cool and high fan. Put the probes of your multimeter here and here, and you're looking for something in the realm of 12 volts. If you don't see 12 volts, then your problem is upstream. Check your fuses and your batteries. But if everything looks good, put your probes here and here. You should still see something in the realm of 12
compressor.
volts.
Good.
If you don't, then look for a replaceable fuse on your thermostat. If there isn't one, replace the whole thermostat, and you should be good to go. If you want more money-saving RV tips like this, comment the word 5,000, and I'll send you a free guide that'll walk you through the 10 most common calls that I get as a tech and how you can solve them yourself. You got this.
Oh, yo, that's good information. Good job, RV lady. You're gonna make cousin RV lady by end of video, I'm sure.
Love the questions, keep them coming. No, your solar system will not work if it's covered
Like, even if it's just like an overhang over the top of the solar, it's basically going to completely negate
Good.
any energy that you would get from those
That right.
panels. So
Solar
in
panel
that
not work if in
instance,
shade.
yes, I would probably disconnect the batteries, and I would get like a super cheap, like $20 solar panel off of Amazon that just has like 2 clips, and you just clip it straight to the battery,
What?
and then take that
What?
solar panel and put it up high
Incorrect.
enough away from the overhang.
Incorrect. You never connect solar panel directly to battery. Why you think they make solar controller? You're not gonna charge battery. You're gonna boil battery. Not go for any type of battery. You must have device to control flow. Oh, damn! Audience come from the sky. You must have a controller in place between the battery charging source when it's solar and the battery itself. Otherwise, battery not know when it's charged. Battery kind of dumb. Battery will continue to accept charge as long as charge is present. You must put controller into open circuit solar panel, not charging battery when not needed.
That it gets some sun. And then that will just make sure that the battery stays topped off. It's like super easy way just to make sure you don't accidentally drain your battery in storage.
You
And I
stay
tell
topped
you
off
how
all
much
right.
money I have made off of people accidentally killing their batteries in storage and not knowing what to do. So, it works.
Okay. You're gonna definitely accidentally kill battery. If not accident, if you improperly connect. It's false information. This one, if Uncle Roger were here himself, he would say, "You fucked up. Do better, RV lady. This one gonna ruin your cousin's status for sure. We're gonna have to give this one a high
Public service announcement. Want to
big
save
public service
thousands
announcement.
in RV repairs? As a certified tech, I'm selling the recordings this month of a class that I put on teaching RV owners like you how to diagnose all of the appliances in their RV.
Oh,
I'm
gonna
talking
teach how to
everything from your
improperly
tanked water
diagnose
heater to your furnace,
and burn your
those
RV
weird
to the ground.
absorption style fridges, and your air conditioner. I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly what I would do if you called me out to your RV. I'm on a personal mission to save RV owners from scammy texts, long shop wait times, and expensive RV repairs. This class costs less than
Mission
what most
good.
techs would charge for a single call.
Knowledge,
and
not so
instead,
much.
You're gonna learn how to solve almost any problem in your RV. But cart closes August
She have
1st,
good
so if you
intention.
want to get in, comment the word Academy, and I'll send you all of the details.
You know what they say? Road to hell is paved with good intention.
Does anyone else hate the absorption style fridge in their RV as much as I do? Here's what to do the next time your fridge stops working on auto. Go to the
She
back
have
of the
librarian
fridge
glasses
and find
on
the
now.
heating
Maybe
element
knowledge
inside
increase.
of this tube. Follow the wires back and unplug them from the circuit board. Set your multimeter to resistance and test across the 2 wires that you just unplugged. If you get any sort of resistance reading, then the heating element is probably fine. But if you get a reading like OL or infinity, then you definitely need a new heating
Resistance
element.
reading one
Switch
way.
that bad boy out, and hopefully your fridge should
Not
start
this way,
working
but
again.
one way.
If you want to learn more RV secrets like this so you can be your own personal RV tech, comment the word Academy, and I'll send you the details for a course I'm putting on. You got this.
She said, "You got this." Okay. The method she described, acceptable. It will work. There is a certain amount of resistance in electric elements. This is true. If no resistance, element is bad. If open and no continuity at all, element is bad. Easier way, fancy multimeter she described later as she and her, is clamp on multimeter. Clamp onto the wire going to the element in the amp position. If no amperage and you confirm voltage to the element is bad. So you can confirm voltage to element either at the controller or at the element. If you have a 110 or somewhere in that vicinity, 110, 120, and no amperage, element is bad, replace. If you have no voltage, then controller may be bad, or may just be simple reset button. I always try to check simple before I check expensive. Element not that expensive though.
problem in your RV. I don't think RVers understand how easy fixing RVs is sometimes. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it really stinks. But like 80% of the time, it's pretty straightforward troubleshooting, which is why I made RV Academy. It's an online course that costs less than what most techs charge for a single call, and instead you'll learn how to fix almost any problem in your RV. I'm talking about everything from your
Good
AC,
value if you learn
your
how to
furnace,
fix correct.
that weird absorption style fridge,
Learn how
and all
to
of your
fucked
tank
up.
water heaters. All you need is a
Value gone.
multimeter and a little bit of chutzpah. Comment the word Academy and I'll send you all the details. You got this.
I'm gonna get hate mail from Uncle Roger for sure, butchering his character so bad. Sorry, Uncle Roger.
Okay, so we've all heard the news that you shouldn't drive your RV with your propane on. Here's why. When your fridge is on propane, it has a little flame going on behind it. When your RV is perfectly level, that flame gets to stand straight upright, just like it was designed. But when you start driving, that flame starts bouncing all around and hitting parts of the pipes that weren't meant to take direct heat. The welds on the back of these fridges are pretty crummy, so when they start taking direct heat, we drastically increase the chance of them cracking. Inside those pipes is a refrigerant made of 4 ingredients.
Crummy. Refrigerant and absorption refrigerator, I can only think of 3 chemicals: water, ammonia, and a minuscule amount of hydrogen added to the ammonia to make it into ammonium hydroxide. Therefore, you only have 2 chemicals: ammonium hydroxide and water. The flame heat up the ammonia, whose boiling point is way below 100. I think it's probably 40 degrees or so. This allows the ammonia to boil and move through the system. That's the purpose for the ammonia. Ammonia is the cooling agent. I don't know. What is this other chemical she got here? Sodium. I don't know what the heck that is. Handwriting bad as education. Water true. Ammonia true. Hydrogen true. But pressure in absorption refrigerator less than 1 psi. 1 pound per square inch. If rupture occur, going to be like butterfly fart. Nobody care. Nobody smell. Nobody get blown up. I'm going to have to give a big old giant hiya to this information. Information is very, very wrong. Continue, RV lady.
Balloon. We really don't want that hydrogen getting out and getting to that flame. When you hear crazy stories about RVs exploding on the freeway, it's usually because of the fridge.
No, false. More false information. RV explode on highway because of propane. Usually, if explode, usually most common is fire caused by electrical problem, often in air conditioning, not refrigerator. I don't know where she get her information. Some of this very simple. Google before you make video. Hiya.
So here's one of the biggest pieces of misinformation that RV salespeople will not tell you when you buy your RV. Those absorption style RV fridges are only made to work up to when it's 85 degrees outside. Like, that is when they work in their prime.
Incorrect.
And any temperature above like 85, their efficiency drops dramatically because those fridges are only designed to drop the internal fridge temperature 40 degrees from the outside temperature. So when it's 75 outside, we can get the fridge down to the 30s, super easy, no problem. But when it's 100 degrees outside, it can be pretty consistently 60 degrees in your fridge, and the fridge is working totally fine. Like, it's information everything it was designed
very
to do.
Incorrect.
It just wasn't designed to work when it's this hot out.
She have no understanding of refrigeration. It's another hiya. What 40 degrees got to do with refrigerator? How people in Texas and Arizona have food in their refrigerator if not going to work over 80 degrees? Hiya. Oh, it's so frustrating. Refrigerator not designed to work like that. Refrigerator, as long as temperature outside is less than temperature of condenser coil on back of refrigerator, heat transfer is going to occur. And as long as evaporator coil on inside of refrigerator is colder than the temperature inside the refrigerator, refrigeration is going to occur. The temperature in the refrigerator will continue to drop until the outside temperature gets so close to the condenser coil temperature that the heat transfer will drastically slow. This is why they make auxiliary fans to put in the back of the refrigerator to help move the air up through the vent on the top of the RV. You just need to make sure that coil stays as cool as possible and your refrigerator going to work. Who in the world going to buy a refrigerator that's not going to work if the temperature over 80 degrees? That means 85 degrees, no cold beer. Not acceptable. I think your teacher just passed you to get you out of school.
Degrees outside, that would explain why your fridge is.
Again, intention is good. She have very good plan, and I'm rooting for her to one day be successful online RV teaching institute. But not this year. AC and
You don't
DC.
understand how the converter in your RV works? Keep watching. In your RV, we have two types of electricity, AC and DC. DC power comes from the batteries, and AC power comes from plugging into shore power. We use DC power for lower power things, like these dang lights that I can never get to work.
That's right.
And we bring in the AC power for our more beefy appliances, like our air conditioner or our fridge when it's on electric. All your converter does is take the AC power we get when we plug in and transform it into DC power to charge the batteries. It's just like a fancy battery tender that you might put on your car if you were going away for a long time. Your converter isn't meant to run the whole DC side of your RV. It's just there to support your batteries. He's not a main character. He's more of a sidekick. If you want more RV secrets like this, comment the word 5,000 and I'll send you a free guide. You got this.
Okay, this one I have to give full information good. Kind of basic, everybody already know. But at least no craziness in this one. Hi. Good job, RV lady. I like she wear bib overalls. Give appearance of working professional.
Why is nobody talking about the fact that if your absorption style fridge stops
Librarian
working,
glasses
you
back.
just go to the back and take the cover off of the circuit board. And under there, you will just find a bunch of fuses that you can test with a multimeter set to continuity. It's the audio symbol. Anyone can do this test. Just unplug the fridge from power so there's no chance you shock yourself, and then put one probe on each side of the fuse. If your meter beeps, then the fuse is good. If your meter doesn't beep, then the fuse is bad. Switch it out and you should be good to go. I cannot tell you how many times it's just been a bad fuse. If you want to learn more RV secrets like this so you can be your own personal RV tech, comment the word academy and I'll send you the details about a course I think you might like. Why is nobody talking about the fact
woman? Another full good information. Good. Always good to check fuses before you pay someone to come out and check fuses for you, charge you $200.
If your fridge is struggling to get to temperature when it is hot outside, there are two things that you can look into if you know the fridge is working properly. Like it's trying to cool, it's just not quite getting there. Number one is what I talked about a couple slides back, those fan kits. Sometimes they really help a lot.
Now she's going to talk about fan kit.
Try to get as much air around the back of the fridge as possible. I've also seen some people who are in stationary locations and aren't moving a lot take a whole box fan and just plant it in front of that bottom vent cover for the fridge to just try to pull in as much air as possible.
Okay, this work if you're in redneck campground.
Soon. Another thing is to make sure that the fridge is super level. These guys are really finicky. They want to be within 3 degrees of level side to side and within 6 degrees of level front to back. That's going to drastically affect how well your fridge cools.
Absorption fridge level, very important. Even non-absorption fridge level, very important. More critical with absorption style. So, again, Fuyo! Good job, RV woman. Let's see what is next on the agenda. You're on a roll. Keep up the good work. You're inching closer to cousin again.
Okay, so if you have a three-way fridge, it should be able to cool down 3 different ways. That's what's in the name. It should be able to run on AC, only if you're plugged in, DC, which will run off your batteries, and then off of propane. You're saying that you can't run it on DC because it'll drain your battery very fast. Totally fair if you only have a 100 amp hour battery. But the propane side should be different from the DC side of things. And when you run it on propane, it should have very little to almost no draw off of the batteries. Like, it should be draining those batteries an almost imperceptible amount. Because all it's got to do is like
good,
run
making
a
up
circuit
own
board
words.
For a very
Get
little
point
amount
across.
of time and start up a flame. Like, that's all it's doing. So if it's having a major power draw on the propane side of things, then I'd probably start looking at that circuit board. I've got a video on my YouTube channel on how to test.
I don't know. I don't think circuit board is indicated by battery draining. I can't see that happening. Maybe something I'm not thinking about, but I don't think so. If your batteries are draining when the refrigerator on propane, you have another draw somewhere, would be my guess. Something else drawing battery, not refrigerator. Good time to use that amp meter on DC. Put on the cable going to the battery, test for amperage. Turn refrigerator off. If amperage still present, something else drawing from the battery. We're going to leave that one alone. No hiya, no fooya.
That I would look for. What brand of RV do I recommend? I don't. Not
Good,
to say that there
good.
aren't some fabulous RVs out there. I just personally don't put my name and my seal of approval on any specific brand because
no worries.
the quality can vary so much from
You're not going to damage reputation making recommendation. You safe.
What I will say is that if I were out there buying an RV right now, the number one thing that I would look for was whether or not the RV had a large Schwinn-Tech slide. So a large slide that has these sort of squiggly tracks on it.
Good.
This sort of style of
That's correct.
slide,
Schwinn-Tech,
in my opinion, has a tendency to break in ways
Schwinn-Tech probably
that can be very difficult to fix, especially for mobile techs. So you can get yourself
much more difficult than cable system
with no one able to help you.
and
So
hydraulic
if
system.
you have a slide with this style
Usually
of
more
track,
stable,
and the slide is
not
very
requiring
large and very heavy,
replacement,
it's gonna be a pass for
but
me.
might need
You got this.
minor repair here and there, unless you have hydraulic pump in major repair. So with this one, we're going to give a fuyo. Good job, RV woman.
If you can't get something to work in your RV, keep watching. 1, get a multimeter and set it to the continuity setting. That's the one with an audio symbol. 2, go throw your battery disconnect to the off position. 3, find your fuses. They're usually next to the breakers. 4, put your probes of your multimeter here and here on one of the fuses. 5, if your multimeter beeps, then the fuse is good. If it doesn't beep, then the fuse is bad. Work your way down the whole line of fuses. 6, replace any bad fuse that you find. Just make sure to replace it with something the exact same size. 7, follow RV
Always
Repair
same
Woman
size.
for more RV tips and tricks that most techs don't want you to know.
Okay, we go with the fuyo for that one. Good information. Also, you can use test light, round test light, go from one side to the other on the fuse. If light up on both sides, continuity is good. Sometimes easier than multimeter, sometimes multimeter easier. Your preference.
To never call an RV tech again,
This
then
look
check
like
out RV Academy.
another
It's a
commercial.
course walking you through how to be your own personal RV tech. Each module is going to walk you through a different appliance in your RV. And you get to walk through step by step with a certified tech what I would do if you called me out with a problem in your RV. I've got cheat sheets and color-coded wiring diagrams, so diagnosing everything is truly as easy as 1, 2, 3. This is where I'm dropping all the RV secrets that most techs don't want you to to know. Little rusty with your multimeter? Don't worry. I've already got a bonus module in there that will walk you through the basics so you're all ready for day one. This class is going to cost you less than what most techs would charge for a single call, and instead you're going to know how to solve almost any.
One thing I like about RV woman, she exudes confidence. She is so confident she is putting out good information. All she needs now is to acquire good information to put out. She's going to be rock star.
Always readily apparent, so just see. If your RV's AC air vents are pushing the air in the wrong direction, first of all, a lot of the times this inner circle can spin so you can turn it the way you want.
Okay, I'm confused by this one. Question says, I have a Dometic RV AC non-duct. It's placed wrong, so the 3 vents are blowing on the cabinet and the 4th that is facing forward has to go. I don't understand that. But I do understand non-duct. The picture she's showing is not non-duct. She's giving instructions on how to adjust airflow in a duct system. If you have non-duct system, air only come out 4 places at air conditioned unit, 1 on each side. This direction for how to adjust this vent, this serves no purpose. Doesn't answer lady question or man question, whoever. It doesn't answer the question that was given to her. Anybody can provide answer if the answer not for question, it's question you like, not question she asked. So far, we looking hiya.
It's not always readily apparent, so just see. Can you give it an easy spin? If that isn't an option for you, they're usually just attached with 4 screws. So you can literally just take a screwdriver, unscrew the 4 screws, take this guy, rotate him 90 degrees, screw him back in. Should be good to go. You got this.
You got this, but you don't got that.
Air vents are pushing the air.
Hey, yep. She live up to the hiya. So much confusion. Take the time to read the question, RV woman. It's not that difficult.
Here's what you need to know about your RV toilet. Is it time to do your business? Go ahead and fill your toilet bowl halfway up with water. This usually involves lifting up on the pedal. Do your business, top off with some more water.
No desktop microphone.
If needed, fill up with some
Audio
more water
go
again,
down.
and flush again.
Ay.
This is how you avoid that dreaded pyramid of poo.
Oh, she
Follow
talking
some
shit.
RV tips. I love when people ask me questions about RVing in the cold, because it's something I totally forget about all the time, because I live in Las Vegas, where, cold what? Cold who? Like, it could be the middle of winter and I'd still be wearing this tank top.
That is often above 80 degrees in Las Vegas. Your refrigerator don't work, huh?
Likely have if you have a significant solar setup, do not want to be charged up in the cold. Technically, it's when it's below 25 degrees outside, but anytime you get close to freezing, that's when I start worrying about lithium
charging. That's good.
So if you're going to put your RV into storage through the winter and you live somewhere up north where you actually have a winter, I would just disconnect that battery and just take it inside with you, throw it somewhere where it's not going to get cold. If you're not charging it, you could just throw it in the garage. Like, it's fine being cold, it just doesn't want to be charged in the cold. You got this.
Okay, if lithium battery, okay, being cold, just don't charge in the cold. Why you take out of RV and put in garage? Hey, she make extra work. Just leave the lithium battery in the RV. If you have solar, you don't need to worry at all. If you don't have solar, attach a trickle charger. Hook a trickle charger into your house. It will keep the battery topped off. And you don't have to be unhooking batteries and putting them in the garage and taking them in and covering them up in your bed and all this stuff. Hey, so unfortunately, cousins, I'm seeing a trend. She like I said, she have good intention, but she need to work on knowledge. She appeared to be still young, plenty of time to develop knowledge. She have somewhat foundation, but she needs to confirm. But experience will make her great one day, I think. Unless she see Cousin Tony video and decide to end it all. Don't do that, RV girl, RV woman. It's just my opinion, my educated opinion.
You, a woman who loves RVing but hates having to call a tech when things go wrong, because it almost always ends up being some dude who talks down to you in your own space. As a female RV tech in the space, I hear this story all of the time from women who put off calling a tech because they had a really bad experience with the last one that they called. And then they find me in my videos and realize that's not my vibe. I love helping all RVers, but like specifically women, feel more confident in their RV. That's why I'm putting on a month-long course in July, teaching RV owners like you
need
how to solve
confidence.
problems in your RV like a pro. This course is going to cost
Well, you
less
need
than
knowledge
most
to
techs
go
would
with the
charge you for a
confidence.
single call, and instead you're going to learn how to solve almost any problem with your water heater, fridge, furnace, or air conditioner all by yourself, without having to call anybody. I know there's not enough female techs like me out there, so I'm
water
out here
heater,
trying to teach
fridge,
RV owners how to be their own tech. Classes are going to start July 8th, so if you want to
air
join, you
conditioner.
gotta sign up soon. Comment the word Academy, and I'll send you all of the details.
She's already
You got
had,
this.
she had higher in all those categories.
The most common problem that people have with these tankless water heaters is them not turning on at all. So you're at your sink, you're calling for hot water, this guy never kicks on, and you never get hot water at the sink. Then the most likely culprit is a part called the water flow valve. Its whole job is to detect that you have called for water and that there is water now moving through this hot water heater. It's basically just a tube with a small propeller in it that's detecting when water moves through it. Nothing fancy. But sometimes that propeller can get jammed or sometimes just stop working entirely.
Okay, good for the most part, but not completely correct. Flow valve, not just measuring for flow, it is measuring for correct flow. Faster propeller spin, more flow. Control valve connect to circuit board. Circuit board interprets how much water coming through, then determines if it can heat that water and bring on the element. If too much water, still going to have nothing working and it's not going to be a bad flow valve. I would suggest before taking the flow valve apart, turning down the water pressure regulator just a little bit to see if it fires up. If too much pressure, it's not going to fire. If not enough pressure, it's not going to fire. So if you're at a campground with 10 psi water pressure, you're not going to get much hot water. It might, you might get, I don't even think at 10 psi, I think it's not going to fire at all. So very low, no fire. Very high, no fire. Have to be sweet spot in the middle. Specific design. Thank you, engineer. You know, one of Cousin Tony's favorite sayings is God made service techs because engineers need heroes too. True statement.
I love a long, luxurious shower at the end of a long day. But for those of you that have tanked water heaters in your RV, you know that that isn't always an option for you. As we talked about, tanked water heaters usually have either a 6 or a 10-gallon tank. 10-gallon water heaters obviously
6,
hold
10,
more
15.
water, but they also tend to take longer to heat up. P.S. If you have a tanked water heater that has both a gas and an electric setting, and you want to try to take the longest hot shower possible, I recommend putting it on the propane setting. It's a little more efficient, so the water's going to heat up faster and you can take a longer shower. Bonus tip, if your water heater will allow you to have it on both gas and electric at the same time, go ahead and do that. That will give you the longest, hottest shower that you can possibly get.
Oh, yo, good information, RV woman. That is useful information. Very good to know.
Possible. RVers have been lied to by dealerships. So a dealership is going to tell you that they are going to do a PDI or a pre-delivery inspection, and that PDI is going to tell you anything that might be wrong with the RV. Well, fun fact, those PDIs are usually done by the least qualified person there, like first day on the job, here, go do these PDIs. And they are incentivized to do as many inspections as possible, not the most in-depth inspection possible.
Also
so
true.
It's literally not in the dealership's best interest at all to find anything wrong with this RV. Which is why I highly recommend that if you are not already in the industry and know what to look for, getting an outside inspection. This person was worried about the cost, but honestly, the $500 that they were quoted is a fantastic price and could save you from buying a multi-$1,000 lemon. Huge fan of inspections. I'm not an inspector. This is not me drumming up business.
Good, good, good. 100% agree. But always make sure you check reference of RV inspector. You don't want to end up with the RV inspector who's no better than the guy that the factory was going to send up. A third party RV inspection, always a must. Never trust dealer. She exactly correct. Dealer not going to find, if dealer know about it, he's not going to tell you about it. Send it out the door. You just bought that problem. So with that one, we give you Fuyo. Good job, RV woman. 2 in a row.
Fridge. Yesterday I talked about how absorption style fridges are not made to work when it's above 85 degrees outside, and how they're really only designed to drop the fridge temperature 40 degrees from the outside temp. So if it's over 100 degrees outside consistently, like here in Las Vegas, you can pretty routinely see the fridge not getting to temperature.
Again with the 40 degrees.
55 degrees. This person is talking about putting a fan kit in their fridge and how it helped a lot.
6,055 degrees?
I have seen it be really hit or miss. Like sometimes people put in these fans and they are life changing. It really helps their fridge out. It's able to get to temp when it wouldn't before. And sometimes they don't do anything at all. But these kits tend to cost like 20, 30 bucks. And so if you're really struggling, this can be a relatively cheap solution.
Okay, information about fan. Very good. Information about sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. No, if they don't work, you not installed correctly. You have to make sure when the fan pull the air in from outside, it's directed across the coil. So if there's openings on the side of your coil, you have to use something to blank those areas off to make sure all the air moves directly across the coil and not just drawn around the coil. Because air takes path of least resistance always. If easier to go around the coil instead of go across the coil, it's going to go around, cause no cooling effect. So if open on the side, take styrofoam, foam rubber, something. Make sure not to put near flammable heat source. Put on the side to block off the extra space and allow the fan to move across the coil instead of around the coil. Then fan will be very effective.
Solution, or at least a thing to try. The big thing is to make sure that it is sucking air into the fridge at the bottom and pushing out air at the top. You got this.
Good. Okay. I'm no fuya, no fuya, no haya on this one. Is true, but lacking. So that being a neutral note, we're going to end the review of RV Woman at that point. I hope that you understand that I'm not trying to belittle RV Woman, but I would like to encourage her to make good decisions, give out good information. And in that area, I would be happy if she reach out to me. I would be happy to confer with her and give her the benefit of my knowledge before she make video. If she doesn't agree, she can always do it her way. If she does agree, save her some embarrassment. Like the old adage says, a rising tide raises all vessels. So, RV Woman, I'm rooting for you. If I can help, please reach out. With that, we will say adios to RV Woman and adios. That's not Chinese at all. Sayonara to RV Woman. Sorry, Uncle Roger. And we'll end it there. and get back to our regularly scheduled programming.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you understand that it's all about entertainment and providing my subscribers with something they like and achieving new subscribers at the same time. So certainly no disrespect meant to this young lady. I really admire her courage for putting herself out there like that. But saw an opportunity to correct a few issues, and hopefully maybe we'll even communicate later on and offer each other some advice, because she does a really fine job with producing her videos. So maybe I could learn a little bit from her as well. So hit me up, RV repair woman. All right, if y'all enjoyed the video today, please take your time to like and subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Remember, when camping, take only photos, leave only footprints. Be safe.